Another episode of the AAU Overtime Podcast. Jordan DeLuciano, as always, and joining me now. We got to get through the October Player of the Month before we move on. It's been a while since we gave these guys some recognition. So, representing Paul Smith's College in Division II, Attila Quesnel. Attila, welcome to the podcast, and congratulations on winning October Player of the Month.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. So, right off the bat, Player of the Month of October, representing Paul Smith's College. How do you feel to get that honor?
Yeah, it's always nice to win awards like that. I'm honored and grateful to be the one chosen to be Player of the Month. It's always it always motivates me to keep working hard and keep pushing myself to get better and get to the next level. And yeah, just keep grinding.
Have you been honored with an award similar in your playing career, with being maybe Player of the Week, an MVP of the Team Award, Player of the Month Award before
Yeah,
coming to Paul Smith's?
I've had a few back in, I would say, the QCHL or back in high school. I had a few I guess Player of the Month, Player of the Week, a couple like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice. So yeah, a little bit used to the success. And you and I were talking right before we came on. Attila Quesnel, that Q, you don't really hear it in your last name. Take a little bit behind that, the origin of that last name. You know what your nationality. Because you are come from Montreal, right?
Yep, I'm from Montreal. So Canel is a French name. It's more my first name is Attila. I got my first name from my grandfather, who's Hungarian. And Attila used to be I guess you could say like the king of Hungary. And I guess my parents named me in honor of my grandfather. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, so it's a pretty cool name. I don't mind it.
Very unique. I was looking through
Yeah.
the Player of the Months, and I got to Attila. Yeah, at first did not know how to pronounce that last name. I was trying to hit the Q, but no Q needed. It's Quesnel. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're playing at Paul Smith's College, your first year with the program, right?
Yep, first year.
So Paul Smith's, they're new into AAU. This their first season, off to a very good start. You guys, I believe, are top 5 in the D2 national ranking. So just give some of the audience, the viewers watching along, a little bit of background. What is Paul Smith's College like? What are you majoring? What are you pursuing there?
Yeah, so Paul Smith College it's great. I can't really I can't really complain. Coming here, I didn't really know what to expect. Uh, you know, college out of in the middle of nowhere. I wasn't expecting much, but I like it. I like being in the middle of nowhere. I find ways to stay busy. Obviously with school and with hockey. Um, you know, Great people. It's a great campus, beautiful campus. Um, and like I said, I can't ask for much more. It's a lot better and easier than what I thought it would be. So I'm pretty happy with my choice, and I just try to stay busy the most I can, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Did you go there for hockey? Did they recruit you for hockey? What brought your attention to Paul Smith's?
Yeah, so I would say 2 years ago, I was at a showcase in Boston. I was talking. It was after the third game of the showcase. So the showcase was done. So we were talking to scouts after the game, and I was talking with a lot of D3 school, NCAA D3 schools, and my last conversation was with Coach Garris, Paul Smith. We talked for a few minutes. He gave me his card, and so basically I went back home. And at the time, I didn't really think much of Paul Smith. There was D3 schools that were interesting, so I wasn't really intrigued or anything. But going back home, and I was with my dad doing some research, and obviously I saw that it was close to home compared to the other schools. Um, Also, the coach was a great recruiter. He really helped along the admission process and everything. He was really nice, and he's also a great coach. I have to say, I'm not regretting my choice. So I think just going through that, and um, just the fact that also um, he wants to take the program to the next level, and I'm all in for a challenge. I love challenges. I'm like that. At the end of the day, you know, when I finish here, when I finish my time here, you know, I want to be proud of what I accomplished, and nothing feels better than, you know, taking a program to the next level, and you know, that's why I'm here. You know, I want to take the program to the next level. That's my goal, and you know, I think we're a lot of new guys coming in, and we all have the same goal. So just looking forward, and we're excited for the end of the year.
Do you guys have a more younger group on this Pole Split team? Is it more veteran guys, maybe close to graduation, or is it, like I said, a freshman sophomore group?
Yeah, we have a lot of new guys. You know, coach went out there and got a lot of new recruits. I would say we're about, at least, I would say like 20 to I would say 20 guys, 20 new guys. So, you know, every practice there's a lot of competition, a lot of, you know, people want to crack the lineup. So I think it's a very healthy you know, practice, and
Nice
you know, way.
balance.
Yeah, exactly.
So you mentioned briefly in the beginning playing in the QCHL. Take us through a little bit of your hockey background, maybe growing up as a kid and what led you QCHL. I believe, is that a junior league in Quebec?
Yeah, so it's like it's CJEP. So basically, it's after high school. So I did 3 years of high school, um, playing high school, and then after that, I did 3 years in the QCHL. So it's CJEP. So it's after high school. It's it's uh, it's kind of like pre-university. It's hard to explain, kind of, but yeah. So basically, after my 3 years of high school, my high school coach got a head coaching job at a QCHL team, and I kind of followed him. Um, I kind of follow with him. So so obviously I was very lucky, I guess, and fortunate to have him as my coach in the QCHL. So I, you know, I had the same kind of role I had in my high school team, so an offensive role. So obviously I was very lucky, and you know, he's definitely one of the reasons why, you know, I'm here and why I was so successful during these years. So shout out to him. But so yeah, so just, you know, going through high school and the CJEP or QCHL.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been playing hockey since I'm 4 years old. You know, so it's I've been playing my whole life. I love the game. It's my number one passion. You know, there's nothing else I want to do than play hockey. You know, I don't know what I would do if I didn't play hockey. So I'm blessed to still play, and yeah.
Do you have any family members that got you into the game at 4 year olds? Because when I ask this question to some guys that come on, some of them say like, no, nobody. They were the first one in their family to put on the skates and play the game. But did you have anyone that guided you throughout your playing career that put on the skates in your family, or were you the first one?
Yeah, definitely my dad. My dad was definitely he definitely pushed me. You know, he doesn't want to say it, but he definitely pushed me, you know, to play hockey, and you know, he always supports me in you know, school or hockey or anything. You know, he really I really live his dream through. He really lives his dream through me. You know, so
That's
um,
awesome.
yeah. So just my dad, and obviously my mom too. She loves hockey, and she supports. She comes to every game,
Big hockey
almost.
family then.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
hockey family.
Like I said, sometimes I get the players that come on here, you know, they're the first in their family, but then there are other ones that come from the big hockey family as well. You mentioned your coach coming up before Paul Smith's, before arriving to Paul Smith's college. Anything you mentioned how he was a big inspiration to you, a big reason why you're where you at. Anything specific you took from him, learning from under him all these years?
You know, a lot of things on the ice, but I think just, you know, also off the ice. You know, just I think he played pro in France, so he kind of knows, you know, how it goes, like the hockey world, you know, and you know, I had so many like video sessions with him. You know, he just taught me everything, you know, how to get better, and you know, little details that I need to adjust to work on, and you know, he's the reason, you know, I'm here, and the reason why I had so much success, like I said. So, you know, he deserves a lot of credit, definitely.
So you're coming from Montreal, now living in upstate New York, where Paul Smith's college is located. Any difference in lifestyle, the way you go about your day to day, compared to living in Montreal and now in upstate New York?
I would say it's pretty similar. It's cold. There's snow.
It's not too
It's only,
far. It's not too far, right?
yeah.
Montreal's
I
just
mean,
north of New York. Yeah.
it's only like 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
so it's not that big of a difference. I would say the only big difference on my end is definitely the fact that no one speaks French here.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, I'm lucky. My roommate is from Quebec. He speaks French,
Okay.
so I'm lucky. To have him. But other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. I kind of got used to the fact that they don't speak French here. I got used to it. But other than that, no, it's pretty much the same thing.
Your roommate, is he on the team? Is he a guy on
Yeah,
the team? Okay,
yeah,
thought
he's on the
so.
team. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, it would be a rarity if it just so happened just be another student at the school just
yeah.
happens to speak French. But hey, is that the only other person on the team that can speak French, or just you two?
It's only us two that speaks French. Yeah,
Gotcha. All right,
some guys try to speak French, but
it's butchered.
yeah,
It's not great. It's not great.
it's not good. Yeah.
You grew up learning as your first language, and then English came second, or was it flipped?
Well, I've always spoken French, but I grew up in kind of West Island, so it's kind of more of an English area.
Okay.
Um, so I kind of just playing hockey with the boys, they were English, so I kind of learned it from them and with them. I have a lot of friends that speak English, so
Oh,
that's how.
interesting.
Yeah,
Hockey's taught you a lot of things. Then even
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
way to us English language. It's pretty interesting. So coming from the QCHO talked about before, any difference in game style, maybe pace of play, whatever it may be, from where you played last year to now college hockey here in the States?
Uh, I think it really depends on each team is different. There's some teams that play more physical. There's some teams that are more skills. I think it really depends. I think it's pretty similar. Like I said, it depends of the team, of how they play, and every team is different. Um, I would say there's I've seen it all. I think there's not I didn't see anything that I haven't seen before, so I think it's
Okay.
pretty similar.
Nice. And a recent matchup, I asked you this because I'll be having the Division One Player of the Month just in a couple hours from now, Anthony DeMario, on the podcast. You linked up with him and Fordham this past on the November 19th. You guys wound up winning that game, nail biter, 2-1. What did you see from that Fordham team, and what was that 2-1 game like against a Division One opponent in Fordham?
Yeah, it was a tight game. I think it wasn't an easy game. There was a lot of good things on our side, but still not perfect. Still a lot of things to improve. But obviously, very happy about the win. I think it's the first. It was a huge win for our program. I think it's the first win against a Division One team ever. I think in Paul Smith's history.
Oh, wow.
So it definitely was a big win for us. And they were a great team. It was a hard game. It could have went both ways, but we're really happy and fortunate to have the win. And we got to use this game and keep working hard. And
Yeah.
who knows? We want to move up. We want to move up in Division One. So those are the teams that we're gonna face. So we gotta keep working hard and as a group and just keep grinding.
Anybody that stood out so far, maybe like the team that is, whether teams you face so far. So we'll just stick with the teams that you faced this year. Anybody stuck out so far, whether it be how fast they were, maybe toughest opponent so far at this point in the season for you guys?
I think I would say in our division, I would say Union is pretty good. I think they have a lot of good good guys, a lot of talent, a lot of good skills. They're quick. Um, I would say Union. Obviously, the other great team as well, but I would say from our division, I would say Union.
Union, gotcha. And lastly, off topic from hockey, spare time on campus. Upstairs, you say you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. What do you do to like maybe clean your mind? Just hanging around, not practice, not at hockey practice, not in school. Anything you do in your spare time that you've been consistently doing your whole life here at whether it be outside of hockey or now at Paul Smith's?
Sometimes I just like taking a walk, taking fresh air, going outside. Like obviously we have beautiful sunsets over here. Um, just going outside, taking a walk. or just watching hockey. I love watching hockey.
Habs fan, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm a Avs fan. Yeah,
So, yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
yeah. Unfortunately, this year, but it is what it is.
Tough go. How do you like
But
St. Louis so far as a coach?
what?
How do you like Marty St. Louis as your coach so far?
I like him. I think he's a player's coach. I think he's good for the young guys. I think we have a lot of young guys coming up, and he had a lot of success in the NHL. So I think he's the perfect guy for the job.
Yeah, yeah. Caulfield, solid year last year. He was off to a good start this year. Is he still playing as good as he
Yeah.
started? He's still
Yeah,
doing good.
he's still playing. Yeah, he's gonna be good.
And then you got that guy in the back. I can never pronounce his last name. He has like the weirdest name in hockey. Yeah, I think he's on the defense of Montreal. Is it?
Arbor, Jacky.
Yeah, it has like an X and an H in the last name, something like that. Yeah. What is his? What's his name?
Tough guy. Yeah.
What's his name again?
Arbor Jacky.
Jacky. Okay.
Yeah.
God, yeah. I would have never guessed that one from looking at his last name, And then Edmonton wants either one of your goalies right now. I see that all over Twitter every day because the Oilers have no goalies, so they want to pick either Allen or Montembeault, right? You guys have
yeah.
I had Allen in fantasy briefly, but didn't last long. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I picked him up for a couple of games. My goalie stunk, and it didn't last long. He's still on the waiver wire in our league.
Yeah.
But Attila Quesnel, thank you for joining the podcast. Appreciate all the insight into your background and what's going on at Paul Smith's. Once again, congratulations on winning October Player of the Month for Division 2. And enjoy the rest of your day. Once again, thanks for hopping on.
Thank you for having me. Have a good one.
Long time Attila Quesnel at Paul Smith's College, the October Player of the Month for Division 2. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, Division 1 Player of the Month, Fordham University, Anthony DeMario will join us. Until then, we will see you all then.